Welcome back to the studio for the On the Line segment, and we're going to be talking to trainer Mark Dixon out at Summerfeld, who's got two runners at Hollywood Bets Scottsville come Sunday or later on today. Mark, welcome to the show, and how are you?
Yeah, no, I'm fine, thanks, Warren.
Mark,
all good.
Yeah, good, lovely. Just the two runners, and probably the better of the two, and you can correct me, Trumpet Voluntary in the last race, which we'll talk about in a moment. But let's start off with Presumptuous, who runs in race 6, is returning off a 62-day rest. He's a Karari gelding. He has shown some ability, Mark, but his form's a little erratic. What's the situation there?
Yeah, Warren is a frustrating horse, actually. He's got loads of ability, but unfortunately he really suffers with the heat. The minute you walk him out the stable to go to the races, he starts stressing, and he's a very free-sweating horse, so you have to wash him down after every half an hour when he gets to the races, and he runs with a compression mask. But as I say, he's got lots of ability, but he does have his issues, and it's difficult to get him to produce his best on the day. If he did, he would undoubtedly have a good chance, because he does have the ability. But as I say, it's a battle with him on race days.
Would he be obviously a horse that you could suggest to the punters? He's probably going to be a generous price. Throw him into the quartets, because as you say, if he puts his best foot forward, he could pop up and run a place in a field like this.
Definitely. As I say, he's definitely got the ability, and yes, if he produces his best, he wouldn't be out the first four. So yeah, he's a good candidate for the quartet.
Okay, and interesting to hear comments like that, because I think it's good that the public know that, as we also mentioned on our podcast the other day, some horses go on and off form, and they've got issues, and they're quirky animals. So it's important that we share that information. So move on to the 9th race, where we've got Trumpet Voluntary for the Carlisles, and their horses are certainly running well, and Passionate Racing Family. Drawn a bit deep up the straight. I know it is up the straight, but drawn on the outside of the track. He's knocking at the door, and he's knocking loudly. How's he doing?
He's doing very well, Warren. Yeah, the last 2 races have been crackers, both. Obviously second, one very unlucky not to win. It was the shortest of short heads, but the outside draw doesn't really worry me unless we get a lot of rain. He can come up the middle, but 1200 Scottsville, and Ashton gets on very well with him, working very well. I must add, it's a very competitive maiden. Normally there's 2 or 3 that I think can win them, but in this particular maiden, I think there's 5 or 6, or even a couple more. So it's very competitive, but I think he's got as good a chance as any.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. As long as we know he's in a good space. Thanks very much, Mark. And before we go, Callum, your son's moved down to the Cape, working for Sabine Plattner. He enjoying it? All systems go for him?
Yeah, all good, thanks. Well, he's settled in well. Very proud of him. Yeah, he's doing well and enjoying it.
Yeah, well, he's
following. Great.
Yeah, he's following his dream, isn't he?
Yes, he sure is. He's living the dream at the moment. Yeah.
Wonderful, Mark. Thanks. All the best to you, Hayley, the kids, and the whole stable. All your patrons. All the very best to you. Thanks for your time.
Okay, Warren. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye bye.